just recently I've been doing a lot of still life work, and I obviously needed somewhere to set up my still lifes. I've been using my desk and bench over here, but it's not ideal because I wanted to be able to move the light around, and I couldn't change the height, and it wasn't right. So I've come up with this absolutely brilliant idea, and I'm going to share it with you now. So what I'm doing is I've used my tripod. Now this tripod is really sturdy, and it's got a screw thread on the end, as most tripods have got. So to use that, I have now got a piece of plywood which is about 2 foot square, and onto the back I've screwed a Ken Bromley plate. I think it's called a camera adapter plate. And also we have got, my husband did this for me, 1/2 inch square battens underneath as well, which will become apparent in a little while. So we now can fix that on top of our tripod. Making sure it's good and firm. Now I'm just turning it round, so I've got my battens at the back. So I've now got the battens at the back here. What you need to do before you probably put the tripod on, it's easier to do beforehand, is to adjust the height. So I'm just going to raise this up just a little bit. That's just raised it up so you can see what I'm doing. So now we've got our surface, and I'm going to put a fabric over it to start with. Any fabric will do if you want a light background. I've started to use pattern fabrics, which I find quite useful. So I've put my fabric on there. Now the problem with my studio is, apart from the mess it's in, I've got 3 light sources. I've got some Velux windows up there. I've got a big window here which is south-facing, and I have got another window over there. So I've got light coming from all over the place. And if you're doing a still life, you really want a directional light. So what I've come up with is this device. This is just a bit of plywood, and this is where those battens come in. With the clips, I line the board up at the back, and I can clip that on. So that's fairly rigid. And then I've got another piece of board. This is actually core board, which is very, very light. And I can put that on this side. Again, clipping it, line it up with the bottom. So now we've got our backboards on, we've eliminated 2 sources of light. What you could do as well, of course, you could paint one side of this any colour you like, perhaps black, so that when you set it up you can have the light side or the dark side showing. So that's quite useful. The other thing, of course, you can do is to drape a fabric as well. So rather than just the plain flat surface, you could have a fabric draped over the back. Which gives the interest of folds. You can fiddle about with that. So you've got folds, and you can then, of course, add. Perhaps I've still got my lovely cloth there, but you could perhaps just break it up with a white napkin or something. So that's quite useful. We've still got a little bit of downlight, so I've got this bit of curve that I can just put across the top like that. But we still need probably a strong direction of light. So what I've got, and I'm really pleased with it, is this lamp that I bought off the internet. It's got a clip on it, nice clip. It's very flexible and it will fit onto your table. Now, of course, if you're like me, all my power sockets are being used, and either that or they're too far away. So this setup can be moved anywhere. You could even take it outside. So what I've got is I bought a power pack which has got the USB plug on it, and I can plug that into there, and so that makes it really portable, and we can then turn our light on. Now the beauty of this light is you can turn it up, so you can dim it right down or you can turn it right up, but also we can have a cool light and a warm light and your natural daylight. So that is so useful. Then you can light your subject as you like. So I've got let's just put this fruit here. Put this little bit of fruit on the outside. So we can light that, moving the light around. You can light it from above, from the side, backlit, front lit, warm light, cool light. And if you find you've still got too much direction of light, the other thing of course you can do is I've got this storage box that collapses up to nothing, so it stores easily. So we can pop that on there. Now we have eliminated all other sources of light. We can put our subject inside the box, and then we can pop our light inside. Again, you can downlight or you can bring it down so that your light can move it around. And let's pop up a couple of fruit outside, so you can set your still life up like that. So I've got this couple of fruit outside, so you can set your still life up like that. So I've got this box which is a black one, but I've also got another one which is white, so I've still got the option of a dark background or a light background. But I think that is about it really. I think I've told you all that I can think, but if you can think of anything else, if you can think, oh, why didn't she do that, or just let me know, will you please? That would be great, and I hope you found that useful.